B marker. Okay, everyone settled. And action.
I wanted to be an actor and people just kept laughing. They kept really giggling.
Oh, okay.
Even when I did a serious role, people were laughing. There was one particular play I did where people were laughing and pissing themselves towards the end, and I just thought, that's the last time I'm playing Anne Frank.
The Comedian's Guide to Survival is a semi-fictional tale of an embittered journalist who hates his day job and desperately wants to be a successful stand-up comedian.
You'll be surprised to find out that you've been given a promotion. Deputy editor.
Really?
The job offer does, however, come with a caveat. If you take this job on, it would mean you would have to give up being an unfunny twat on stage and start doing some proper work round here.
Throughout the film, he encounters various comedians due to his job. He is being given an ultimatum by his boss, his wife, and it's really the tale of a person that aspires to do something but just can't get it right and just keeps messing it up.
It's also, as we say, semi-fictional, but it's based on James Mullinger here, who happened to be a journalist at a certain magazine and was a stand-up at night, and found the going tough and would find himself, in fact, well, we were both working together. We would be in Montreal filming The World's Greatest Comedians, and there's that moment of, this is great, but you know what, I'm kind of fed up. I want to be in that chair, answering the questions, performing at night, rather than being the journalist chasing the dream.
I've got a lot of questions here that I'm sure you've been asked 1,000 times before that you're fed up of hearing. I'm fed up of asking them. don't you worry about that. That's fine. God, these are fucking boring questions.
It's okay. I think you're doing fine.
I really don't want to be here.
Okay.
Just quickly swap seats.
Yes.
And we'll do the Comedian's Guide to Survival.
So, what are we about to shoot?
So today we have the first of 2 days of interviewing lots of famous, very funny comedians who are here at Montreal for the Just for Laughs Festival. This is within the context of the film, when our protagonist James is interviewing various comedians for part of an upcoming magazine, and he's sort of mid-nervous breakdown, so he's asking questions on a bit of a bitter, sort of angry way.
For any comedy fan, what I was about to do would be a dream. For any struggling stand-up to have the success of others rubbed in your face, it was a nightmare.
Okay, yeah. So you know, well done on being, you know, so funny. I'm happy for you. But why did you choose comedy over, you know, a 9 to 5?
I feel I need to be your therapist here. I need to feel... Do you have a 9 to 5 job?
Well, I do now, yeah.
Right. And how do you feel doing it?
Dead inside.
The film, brilliantly written by Mark, is obviously mostly fiction, although lots of instances are based on real things that I did, real struggles I had. I'd like to think that I was never necessarily as bad a comedian as the character in this, but maybe Mark is trying to tell me something through the medium of this script that he feels I am.
Yeah, basically through the medium of the script, what I'm trying to tell James is he was an awful comedian.
Just joking. Thanks.
Actually, in terms of some of the stories that we have in it, like the corporate gigs and Christmas Eve gigs, these are actually events that did happen.
Again, please don't hate me. That's assault.
They seem bizarre on the film, but they did happen. Of course, we take it to the next level and make it even more disastrous. But the actual comedian himself, I mean, the similarity that the comedian James Mullinger in the film and the comedian James Mullinger in real life share is the struggle of just how hard it is to be a successful stand-up, and in this situation in the UK.
I love that British humor. So dry. You like Monty Python?
Sure.
I like Monty Python. This parrot is dead.
I just grew up with the American style of stand-up, so I enjoy working in English, but our star system in Quebec, it's treated us so good.
Sure.
So it's actually probably better than anywhere else in the world, really.
Was you speaking English then?
Yeah, that was English.
Just a bit
garbled.
So,
you're right.
My office, now.
So we got an interesting cast together. We got James Buckley from the In-Betweeners, very, very funny guy, but also a fantastic actor. And funny enough, looks a little bit like James. Well, not really, but you know, he still captures the manner. Doesn't do that actually. He's created his own character. But anyway, he's fantastic in the film. And we've got Paul Kay, who is in It's All Gone Pete Tong, Game of Thrones, Dennis Penn, Smash Point, etc.
Deputy editor, I'm funny twat. Deputy editor, I'm funny twat. Say it with me.
I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Deputy editor, unfunny twat. So how do you cope with the fans, with those fanatics?
Oh my God, it's you.
Yeah.
Say something funny, do something funny. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the aggressive ones, they're just, say something funny, it's just...
Annoying.
It's so annoying, like, especially when you're on stage and people say that to you, it's really irritating.
The feeling you get when, like, people that you've never met tell you how much they love you and you've affected their lives.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Obviously you get the odd one that, you know, spits in your face.
No, never.
No? So you've never, you know, got home after a gig, taken your jacket off, and then you look at it and go, oh, look, what people were just spitting at me.
Sorry.
We can skip that. That was a bit that good.
That's so funny. You take your jacket off. It's full of spit. That's so fucking funny. Sorry.
Stand-up is a brutal business, and it's been addressed in films before, but it always seems to be about the comedians at the top.
Who is this guy?
How they're coping with whether it's too much success or drug addiction or whatever else. I feel like never before has there been a film that has focused on the early years where a comedian is trying to find their feet, because it's unlike any other art form.
I just wanted to be a comedian.
In that a guitarist, when they're learning guitar, they learn guitar and they master guitar before they ever get on a stage and play in front of an audience. Whereas stand-up, you can't learn in front of a mirror, you have to learn in front of an audience. So all of your mistakes are there in front of people.
Yeah? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, stupid ass! Fuck you, Coco! Yeah, drink my piss, you maxi pad! Why don't you just go fuck yourselves, you Beatles-hating freaks!
How'd he go?
Yeah, it seemed to go all right. I think I've warmed him up for you.
Nice one.
Angry.
The Comedian's Guide to Survival is very simple. It's how you take feedback. If you're given a compliment, just take it graciously. Don't take it too seriously. But just take it and thank them if they say something nice. And if there's criticism, just say, fuck off. Fuck you. You come and have a go at this. And then you go, you're a c***. Take the intonation up, but leave it so that people get confused. Fuck off. You're a c***. I find that really works.
And it's obviously a path that I went on. I've been doing stand-up now for over 10 years and was, like the character, terrible for the first 6 years. I mean, a lot of people, when you work really hard at it, as I have always done, get good a bit quicker than that. Generally, the people after 3 years start getting good, and if they're not good at 3, they're never going to be good.
You're rubbish.
Always a heckler.
I was still terrible after about 5 years. So it's a weird thing to be when you've got a day job, you've got a wife, as I did and have. Essentially, you're going home one night and telling them, as I did in 2005 when I took up stand-up, you're going home and saying, oh, you know how we see each other most evenings? Well, I've decided I'm going to take up a hobby that involves me traveling around the country every night of the week. We're never going to see each other. And she goes, oh, well, at least we'll have some extra money. Oh, no, we'll have less money because I'm not going to be paid.
Are you fucking
I'm going to be paying for trains and hotels and food and all these other expenses just to learn a craft.
So, how was the gig?
Oh, don't ask.
Well, did you at least get paid this time?
And on top of that, whenever you see me, I'm going to be depressed because I'm going to have been booed off stage the night before. I'm going to have missed the last train and slept on the station. I'm going to have been abused by an audience. So basically, for the next 5 years, we're going to be losing money. We're never going to see each other. And when we do, I'm going to be depressed.
That sounds like your wedding vows.
Yeah, it does sound like
sounds
wedding vows.
beautiful.
Those were the wedding vows.
Living the dream.
So we started writing it, and at the first half of the script, it was, as James depicts, the life of a struggling comedian, and he goes on this journey, and so it was art imitating life. But when the script got sort of developed and finished, it's your life is caught up to that point now, and it's gone from art imitating life to life imitating art.
I've been told that you can always make a joke better by coughing.
Let's hear it.
I put my flip-flops on the other day, but I was in a rush. I put them on the wrong feet. I was wearing flop flips.
But there's other stuff.
I personally think it's amusing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's strong enough in the club. I thought it was cute, actually. Like if you were 7, that would kill.
Yeah. It is genuinely a joke. I've got 3 jokes that I made up.
You made that one up?
They're just for my kids. Right. There was that one. Sure, I didn't make this up. I made it up. It must have been done.
Let's go.
I went to the cafeteria and it was German sausage. I said to my friend, you know, how is it? He said, oh, I've had Wurst.
That's great.
Yeah?
It's a great joke.
You gave up just because you pissed yourself on stage? Look, come on.
Whoa. Where are we going?
To find your mojo.
All right, well, it's not there.
So you have had sex then?
I have,
You
yeah.
can talk about that, you know.
I could do, yeah.
I thought you were homosexual.
No.
Oh, I'm so
No.
happy to hear that.
Oh,
But not
okay.
that there's anything wrong with being homosexual.
No, not at all. No.
There's a lot of material there.
So I started doing this shit Godzilla impression, and no one would laugh, and I'd do the belly dance. And then people say, he does these Godzilla impressions, and then that started getting funny.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work anymore. And I was really stumped.
You should have done Godzilla.
I was genuinely upset. They were all laughing
I
at
was
the fucking Godzilla.
really banking on you guys not laughing at this.
Yeah, right, yeah. But it was really stupid things like, is Godzilla having his toe stepped on? And people would laugh.
It is good.
And I did it, and then I couldn't do. I go, I can't do the dancing, and I say, is Godzilla having asked for peppermint tea, but actually getting the Turkish coffee? We go, yeah. People are pissing themselves. I thought, I can't fucking do the act. I said, put the music. He wouldn't put it on because people are laughing because it doesn't make sense. So it's good to have shit jokes sometimes. It's always keep them.
Yeah.
They're gold.
Well, yeah, I've got them, obviously. They're in the bag.
Yeah, James and I have known each other for about 25 years or so.
Yeah.
I went to school together and
made numerous TV shows together and really, you know, followed each other's journeys. And you know, as school kids, we were, you know, aged 15 and 16, sitting in a dormitory watching Conan the Barbarian, Laserdiscs
Groundhog
together,
Day, yeah.
and you know, bonding over movies. So really, it is a dream come true essentially for us to be working together on a movie, especially, you know, one that we're both so excited about.
I mean, we won't work together again. Obviously, this is basically our swan song, but it's a nice one.
Yeah.
We managed to get $100 million to make the film. You know, that's James Mullinger's story needs.
Well, the rights alone for this life.
Yeah.
You know, with 99 mil, and then you know, one left for the rest of the budget. You know, when you know, and I can use the same thing. I can use the same. What's the fucking word I'm looking for?
Fuck.
Fuck. I'm gonna start that bit again because it could be good if I didn't fuck it up. Okay, and cut and action. I've just fucking poured water on myself so I'm pissing myself. Literally looks like I'm pissing myself. Fucking how meta is this? How like life imitating art? A film about me pissing myself, and I'm talking about it, but pissing myself. Anyway.